It's sad a little bit. We didn't know it would come so soon. It's just like a abrupt ending. So we, you know, enjoyed each other on the plane last night. Played cards, listened to music, and just enjoyed the time. Our last time together before off season came about, and yeah, just came to kind of abrupt end.
Brandon, what was it about this year's group that felt so together? Because we followed you guys all season. It's clearly you guys really really love each other.
But yeah, I think the way we had chemistry on the floor and off the floor, we were able to just communicate, and everybody really really cared about the game of basketball, so that made it better. When we got on the floor, everybody worked really really hard, and they asked questions, they looked for answers. Off the floor, we were sharing film, um, in the group chat heavy, and just communicating with the coaches.
Brandon, you obviously had your expectations of joining this organization, some committing to that extension. How did having a whole season meet those expectations? What did you learn?
I think what I've learned is we needed everybody throughout this whole season, throughout the playoffs. Um, some of the guys that didn't play early on, they got a chance at the end of the year to show what they've been working on all year. I'm, you know, happy that I was able to be healthy throughout the most of the regular season. I think I played 77 or 79 games. It sucked not being in the playoffs and helping my team, especially Game 6, Game 7, you know, um, being out there and trying to be effective for my teammates. But, you know, I'm happy about being healthy most of the season.
Then, aside from you being hurt and not playing in the last two games, what did you see throughout the playoffs that gave you hope that maybe next time you can get over the hump with this group?
Just the experience. I think experience is the best teacher. And, we had guys go out there that just stepped up. Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, Jacoby, CMB. I've seen a lot of guys step up to the challenge. And all year I got to see them work. And it definitely paid off when we got to the playoffs.
Brandon, how do you, throughout your career, measure success? And looking back on this season, do you feel like it was still successful? Obviously, disappointing result, but the steps you guys made as a team, you being healthier than you've been in the last couple of years, how do you measure that? And do you think the season was successful?
Yeah, I definitely thought the season was successful. I think every year is a learning year, and we made steps and strides throughout the year. I thought every player that stepped on the basketball floor was effective, whether it was defensively or offensively, and it showed. It showed leading up to the playoffs.
Yeah, can you walk us through the heel injury that you suffered, like when it cropped up, and sort of how it affected you throughout the last couple of weeks of the regular season and also in the playoffs itself?
Yeah, it's something that I've been dealing with since it flared up in March, and I really didn't have no time to rest it. We were trying to make it to the playoffs, and I coming off last season playing 18 games, I really prided myself on trying to be out there every single night, and it got to a point where it was got to a discomfort that where I couldn't push off of it, or I couldn't do the things on the floor that I needed to do to be effective. And going out and was that Game 5 or Game 6? Going out in the game, I went to the back, and I was trying to do some things to come back. I wanted to come back, and the medical staff kind of ruled me out because they were trying to save me from myself a little bit. So that was frustrating. I definitely wanted to be out there with my team, but that kind of build up since March kind of helped me out.
Do you feel like the series would have been different if you and IQ were healthy?
Yeah, absolutely. I think actually we had that conversation last night. He just walked up to me and was like, "How you feeling, bro?" I was like, "I'm cool." He was like, "Shit suck, huh?" I was like, "Yeah." But I think it definitely would have been different if we were out there.
Brandon, you touched on it a little bit, but as a competitor, what was it like for you not being able to get into Game 6 and 7?
I mean, it sucked. Mostly because I wanted to be there for my teammates, and I thought I could be effective in some way. So I didn't feel great about it.
Brandon, what stands out to you about the way Darko builds the culture here, and was there anything in particular that stood out during the playoffs?
He was passionate throughout the whole year. I think every single day that he came here, he was pretty consistent in his message and what he was trying to get across. The way that he touches players and makes them go on the defense and offensive side of the basketball. He made all of us think, stay focused, and stay prepared for the next moment.
I know the heel's bothering you now, but last year you were still trying to work your way back last offseason from a major injury. Like, do you feel like this summer's gonna be a lot different, just not having to go through that again? Like, how much does it change your summer not being in that position as last year?
Well, most of my summer last year was just rehab, trying to get back on the floor and trying to be healthy enough to play. And this summer, I get to go work on the things that I didn't think went so well this season. I get to go get stronger. I get to go do a lot of different things. So it's way different than last year.
When you reflect back on your own year, like what are some of the things that you're proud of from yourself this season?
Just being healthy, going out on the floor, having fun, having some moments where, I felt like myself. I felt explosive on the floor, and just having a chance to come in my first year and build with my teammates and having a winning season.
Specifically, your game on the court, like joining this team and taking on the role you did with the Raptors. How do you feel like your game itself developed the most here?
Playing off the basketball, it made me figure out my way of how to get open, how to be effective off the basketball. And defensively, coach challenged me to, get my hands on deflections, being on the help side, guard the basketball. I think I just got better in those aspects.
How would you describe your experience as a Toronto Raptor and feeling and seeing the support of the fans this season?
It was fun, seeing the fans in the regular season, seeing the fans in the playoffs. Everywhere that I went outside of the building, it was, it was always love. So I look forward to that in the next season. And, I know they'll be with us every step of the way. They were with us on the road doing playoff games, doing some of the regular season games, and we loved it.
Yeah. Do you think the comments after game one kind of like took on a life of its own narratively?
Oh, yeah, but what else do you expect,
Yeah.
Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brandon.
Summer, man. Okay, that's why you gotta sit right here.
I don't think we filmed it.
Is it just one after another? Okay.